going on, YouTube? I'm Trent from Truck Life Productions, and this is going to be my first video, so just bear with me as I'm getting used and learning how to work it. So what this video is going to be about is I'm going to just kind of explain about my truck that I have and the things that I like and don't like about it. I'm going to be driving down the road here, so you'll get a little bit of exhaust noise too, because I have a Flowmaster on it, so it is a little droning noise inside the cab here. But to start off with, it's a 2005 Dodge Ram. It's the 5.7 liter four-wheel drive quad cab with a short bed. Let's see. Now that's one thing I do like about the truck. When I got it, it came with a Flowmaster exhaust, single in, single out. I think it's a 3-inch pipe, and I'm not sure if it's the Super 44 or the Super 40, but either way, we'll end up changing it up to the single in, dual out Flowmaster, and run dual pipes sometime within the next year. But I also, the sun ain't working in my favor either. I also am a big fan of the 5.7. I like bigger motor. I got more horsepower, more torque whenever I need it. So I do like that. I also like the fact that it's four-wheel drive, because I've been in cases before where I've had a two-wheel drive vehicle and four-wheel drive would have been the way to go, and so I can't have anything other than the four-wheel drive. I don't really like the quad cab as much as I like extended cab, and the reason for that is because with the extended cab I could get more bed space. The quad cab, I don't have as much bed space, and I put a toolbox on the back, so it cut down on the amount of bed space that I do have to use. I think it come with a 5.5 foot bed. With me throwing a toolbox on that, it took about another foot off. So I have about 4.5 feet of usable space, but I also have that about foot worth of space under the toolbox that I can use to haul short stuff, or if I had to have something under there, it sticks out. But the inside of the truck has a ton of storage space underneath the back seats, and it has a tray back there too, but I'm not too big on that. I'll probably look into removing that, or I don't know, I'll get around to that. But in the center console right here where the armrest is, there's a lot of room inside of it, as well as underneath the front seat in the center. It has some storage space in there. Now, one thing I don't like is the fact that the cup holders are just kind of in an awkward position. I mean, they're up on the dash where it's a tray thing that flips down, and let me get the sun out of my eyes. It's a tray thing that flips down, and it fits two cups side by side, and I'm not fond on that, because a lot of times if I have like two large size cups in the console and the cup holders, they like to rub together, and the lids can pop off and stuff like that, and drink just go everywhere. So I noticed on some of the bigger 25 and 3500s, they got like 3 cup holders, but they're up here with the armrest, and I like the way that is, because I could separate the cups further away. But at the same time, I'm probably going to end up building a little custom center console. That way I can actually put the cup holders where I want them, and get a little extra tray for like storage or stuff like that. little extra little add-ons that I want, maybe another 12-volt outlet or something to kind of give me a little extra use out of the center area right here. But it does have the turn knob four-wheel drive instead of the shifter four-wheel drive. So I'm all right with that. I know it's set up a little bit different the way that works, but you know, I've used turn knob four-wheel drive before and never really had a problem with them. My dad's truck, he had a problem with the vacuum line on that, and it had to be fixed before he could use his four-wheel drive. But so far it seemed to work for me last year, and hopefully it'll work for me this year without any problem. But now the transmission that it has, it's the 5-speed overdrive. It has the 4 main gears and then a 5th overdrive. I'm not very fond of that. Now in some cases where I'm going long distance and I kind of get to cruising just 5, it's all right. But when I'm trying to go like up a hill, right when I get to the bottom of the hill, it wants to shift in the 5th because of the speed that I'm going. But then as I start to go up the hill, it's like the hill ain't steep enough or ain't going slow enough, and it won't shift back down in the 4th. So it's like I'm kind of lagging up the hill. I'm not really getting no speed up the hill or anything, and it kind of does it in city driving too. So I'm not very big on that, but you know, I guess if I wanted to, I could probably take it out of overdrive, especially in the city. Driving around, I could take it out of overdrive and not have to worry about it. But it's just something that I'm not really fond of. But the truck did come with a tow package. It also came with a trailer brake controller. I haven't really got to use that yet, but I like the fact of knowing that I have it whenever I do need to use it. The truck did come with the big tow mirrors, and I like them too. They give plenty of view out of them. They also have little domes up in the corner, so it kind of gives a broader, wider view in that spot, so you can kind of see a little more around the truck. I'm really big on that. I like that. I have cranked up the torsion bars for it, and it's giving me about 1.5 inches worth of a lift. I do plan on switching over to the rough country 2-inch keys, just so I can, you know, actually have the bigger keys on it, and get that little bit more of a lift. 'Cause I don't want to crank my torsion bars all the way up and pretty much lose all of my ride quality. It's not that bad right now. I have had a time or two where I've hit a bump pretty decently, and it has hit the bump stop. But if anything, I could actually cut the bump stops a little bit shorter. I don't want to have to, but I can if I have to. That way I can just, you know, keep what I got and go a little higher if I wanted to. But I'll probably just go ahead and invest into the rough country 2-inch keys. But it does have a console up top. Well, it's not a console, it's a display with some lights, but it has the temperature gauge, the compass, miles per gallon, all that good stuff. I do average about 13.5 to 14 miles to the gallon right now. I mean, that's all right. I guess for the size truck, it does weigh roughly, well, since I've added a few things to it and probably keep on adding on, it's just going to keep on going up. But right now, I'd say it probably weighs about 6,750 pounds roughly, 6,800 pounds. So it is getting on up there. I do have the stock wheels and highway tires that I got with the truck. I do plan on upgrading for some aftermarket wheels, and right now I'm probably going within the next week get some all-terrain tires, because I've got to switch out my tires anyway to get it inspected. But I'll probably switch out next year to some aftermarket wheels. But I think that's everything. It does have the big radiator with the transmission cooler up there, oil cooler, all that good stuff. So that I'm really thrilled about. I'm gonna try to find the parking place. Give me just a minute, y'all. And real quick, I did also add some PVC pipe in the bed of the truck that lets me put a flag in the bed whenever I want to fly a flag around. So I will be doing that soon. We are planning on taking a little vacation trip down to the beach next weekend, so I'll probably have a video up of that showing. But other than that, I think that's everything. If y'all like this video, comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think, what y'all want to see, and you know, I'll do what I can to bring y'all some real good videos. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you later.